Hi, this is the general data of Kazakhstan. According to the census of Kazakhstan, the population was accounted for more than 19 million people. The population growth was accounted for 1.2% against last year. The major languages are Russian and the local language Kazakh. The life expectancy was recorded at 73 years old. And the literacy rate in 2018 is about 99.78%. Okay, the type of government is authoritarian presidential rule. The head of government is President Kasim Somar Tokayev, the chief of state. The prime minister is Askar Mamin. In geography, it's the 9th largest country in the world. The capital is Nur Sultan. The climate is sharply continental. The temperature fluctuates widely, variations between the subregions. The surface area is about 2,700,000 square kilometers, and the largest city by population are Almaty, Nur Sultan, and Shikment. The economic data. The GDP, the gross domestic product, is about $169 billion. The GDP per capita is almost $10,000. And the GDP growth rate, it was not a growth for the last year. It's a negative 2.6%. The sectorial share of the GDP is almost 56% in services, 5% in agriculture, and 33% in industry. The major industries and products are trade, mining, oil and gas, manufacturing. The inflation rate is a good inflation rate. It's at 3.6 annual rate, and the unemployment rate stays at 4.89%. The exports are mineral fuels, mineral oils, and all the products of the distillation, 71%. This is Kazakhstan is famous for the gas, natural gas, and petroleum, and also iron, steel, and copper. It's the other 13%. The principal export partners are China with 13%, Italy, Russia, Netherlands, France, South Korea, and Turkey. And the imports are machinery and appliance, electrical machinery, iron or steel related, vehicles and parts, and pharmaceutical products and chemicals. And the principal import partners are Russia, China, they are very near Kazakhstan, South Korea, Germany, Italy, and Uzbekistan. And the transportation and communication infrastructure is maintained by road development. The implementation of a program of sovereign roads aimed to improve connectivity across the country. Railway development, owing to the China's Belt and Road Initiative that we saw in class. Kazakhstan is emerging as a crucial global rail hub in Central Asia. Port development, they have a dry port in Korgos, in the eastern Kazakhstan, that manages growing cargo demands for trains from China destined to Central Asia, Russia, and Europe. Also, Kazakhstan maintains 3 ports on the Caspian Sea, Aktau, Kurik, and Bautino. And the airport development, Kazakhstan newly sold development strategy calls for an increasing number of airports without automated control systems from 3 to 15 by 2025.
Citigroup is considered one of Kazakhstan's biggest overseas banks. It maintains to increase its operations amid today's dynamic financial situation. Citibank Kazakhstan JSC, an associate of Citigroup, is one of all Kazakhstan's main banks. They produce a substantial proportion of all company bills within inside the country. Since 1994, they have helped the authorities and their customers to improve tens of billions of US greenbacks within inside the fairness and debt capital markets. Citigroup opened its consultant workforce in Kazakhstan in 1994 and 1998 with a complete banking license from the National Bank of Kazakhstan. and it opened its doorways to companies' customers. In 2015, Citibank Kazakhstan became best cash management bank in Kazakhstan with the aid of using Euromoney and best institutional internet bank in Kazakhstan through Global Finance. The major products and services offered by Citibank Kazakhstan are banking, which is accepting deposits from the public and creating a demand deposit, simultaneously making loans, lending out money in order to conduct economic activities such as making profit or simply covering operation expenses, investing, that is allocating money in different assets and securities in order to achieve a profit over a period of time, and wealth management. Citibank provides accredited investors and other people with high net worth a special kind of financial advisory service where they advise about investing, taxes, real estate planning, and anything else that could help grow their clients' wealth.
The role of geography and the firm. Kazakhstan's economy has been booming since 2000, following a decade of economic stagnation with an average yearly increase in real GDP of more than 10%. The high global demand for its large fossil fuel and mineral resources, a thriving agricultural activity in the areas of livestock and grain production, the dynamic development of the service sector underpinned by economic reforms, privatization progress, and inflows of foreign direct investment are the main driving forces behind the country's significant economic changes. Citi is one of Kazakhstan's largest foreign investors and a crucial partner for international investors, the government, and enterprises. Citibank Kazakhstan, a subsidiary of Citibank, has been the country's top bank by volume of processed payments through correspondent accounts over the previous few years, with a 25% market share in that area. The Euromoney Trade Finance Survey awarded Citi Kazakhstan as the overall market leader and best service in 2021. Next, we will discuss about how PEST framework will affect Citi's performance. Kazakhstan's market conditions are ideal for a global player like Citi, which has high standards in terms of product offering, client selection, regulatory compliance, and employee qualification. The fact that Citi sees Kazakhstan as essential and has a sizable presence here adds to the market's good characteristics. It is the responsibility of a foreign investor to take advantage of the market opportunity. Kazakhstan has recently attempted to diversify its economy, which has experienced a substantial slowdown because of 2015's low oil prices and the resulting significant weakening of its currency. Citi's enthusiasm, though, has not waned. Banks in Kazakhstan have demonstrated their ability to respond to external and macroeconomic issues in general. The Kazakhstan has been a desirable market for foreign direct investment for the past 2 decades. The country has received a substantial amount of FDI, and investors take in Kazakhstan seriously, considering it as a potential investment market. Investing in Kazakhstan is not without its difficulties or issues, but many other markets have failed to capture the same level of attention that Kazakhstan has. In December 2017, the government of Kazakhstan authorized the Digital Kazakhstan State Program. It is a significant program and aimed at enhancing the level of living of all Kazakh citizens using digital technologies. Citi has had a presence in Kazakhstan for nearly 3 decades and continues to invest. Kazakhstan has tremendous growth potential, including the potential for new industry development. Citibank Kazakhstan handles a quarter of all corporate payments and a major share of the country's commercial transactions. Citi's success in Kazakhstan is an excellent illustration of how the bank can achieve its objective of promoting growth and economic advancement while also supporting the different interests of its clients.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. My name is Vagis, and I'm going to introduce you to the Kazakhstani culture and city culture altogether. The first of all, we start with the code of conduct that it literally provides the ethics of the company to its employees in order to uh, show the way of how the business is done and what's the way of behaving at the workplace. Moreover, we have also cultural trainings and opportunities for those who'd like to travel or would like to learn more about various cultures to do more business or whatsoever. City also has employee engagement programs that are technically including leaders and employees, maybe those who'd like to develop their knowledge in some different areas. And lastly, application of core values that also has to be applied by a place of a city in order to go along with the city, with the code of conduct and the company's values itself. In terms of the Kazakhstani influence in city culture and its performance, the Soviet Union has a huge impact on Kazakhstan because Kazakhstan has been a long time for the over there, and then the way of business done and the various banking procedures are also done differently sometimes. There are also traditions which were passed back in the days when Kazakhstan were nomads. There are different stuff like people would go out. If people go out, they uh, they provide a horse meat, for example, or if there are team buildings, usually people, if you go to the restaurants, they uh, try to maintain the various techniques. However, it depends on groups or majority of people if they don't like it or like it. It depends. In terms of behavioral influence, there are a lot of ethnics in Kazakhstan, and many people have different preferences that would influence the behavior, and the company also tries to adjust to this impact. And lastly, is the connections. Obviously, Kazakhstan has a huge influence from connections. If you're not, if you don't have connections, it's very hard to be in the business. In terms of negotiation strategies, there are many factors that has to be considered, such as difference between Western and Eastern cultures, and there it also can be confusion in negotiations too. For example, in smile effect, especially in Kazakhstan, if you smile for no reason, it means that the person is not serious, and then that would lead to the confusion, and that would lead to not trust to people, to the negotiators that they have in the business meeting. That would not be beneficial for the partners. And the present gifts, which is very common in Kazakhstan, as just a simple gift to a person, even though it's a business, and that doesn't consider to be as a bribe. It's just a big thank you. However, in the Western culture, it's completely different. Moving to the other slide, which is cultural opportunities and challenges. Opportunities are mainly discovering new cultures, great impact on Western and Eastern relationship, and new investment opportunities and cultural flexibility. However, challenges obviously are nepotism, because Kazakhstan has a lot of people who try to put their families in the business, pressure from China and Russia, as in terms of territory, Russia and China have a huge pressure on Kazakhstan economically and politically, and obviously corruption. Thank you very much.
Here we are talking about some prospects of the Citibank in Kazakhstan, as Citibank of Kazakhstan named as the overall market leader and great company through the Euromoney Trade Finance Survey, as EMEA's priorities align with our international priorities. It is targeted on excellence in the entirety it does, from client issuer to operational overall performance and control surroundings. Citi has about 200 million consumer monies owed and does commercial enterprise in greater than 160 international locations, as Citi is one among the most important overseas consumer in Kazakhstan. Also, Kazakhstan is a global investor for Citibank, the public reason and business within inside the United States of America as well. Its subsidiary economic institution, Citibank Kazakhstan, has been the largest financial institution within inside the United States of America through number of processed payments through correspondent money owed for the past 3 years. Moreover, Citi's global consumer economic organization may also have a targeted presence in Singapore, Hong Kong, London, and the UAE, and will divest its customer operations in 13 markets in Asia. Citi will hold two characteristics in every promote it does in recent times through the institutional clients group consisting of those 13 markets. So our worldwide network, our key aggressive gain is not converting. Let's talk about some of the opportunities. As we all know about the COVID-19 pandemic year, it has been an outstanding test for governments, economic marketplace, infrastructures, banks, corporates, and clients across the world. At Citi, we are proud to say that Citi has performed as a part of assisting customers obtain their objectives, protect their personnel, and shield their companies in several of the hardest instances we have ever seen. Also, Citi has proved once more time that it is the global financial institution of desire for Kazakhstan organization which need to advantage a foothold out of doors the country. It confirmed its strengths throughout the bond. Also, there are some of the challenges which has to Citi faced. The Citibank ranked second in diversity score on comparably versus its competition. To remain in the marketplace, Citi has to face so many challenges. There are some of approaches to reveal this. However, one of the maximum apparent is to examine the distribution of Citigroup's deposit. Citi competition consists of Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, and CIT Group. Citi Group also have to face the pressure to provide an amazing products or services due to competitive market. So Citi did this very well in this pandemic.
So concluding everything, here are the main takes from our presentation. Citibank Kazakhstan GSC, a subsidiary of Citibank, has been the country's top bank by volume of processed payments through correspondent accounts over the previous few years, with a 25% market share in the area and a presence of over 3 decades. In December 2017, the government of Kazakhstan authorized Digital Kazakhstan State Program, economic digitalization, transition onto digital governments, execution of Digital Silk Road, human capital development, and creation of an innovation system. Kazakhstan is an important part of the BRI Belt and Road Initiative as one of the primary BRI pillars in the Eurasian land bridge. It is nearly being developed in Kazakhstan. The country now possesses the world's largest dry port located in Kyrgyz. The country's GDP has tripled in the last 30 years and it has attracted 350 billion in foreign direct investments. Once Kazakhstan was established after the Soviet Union separation, the country never had any ethnic conflicts and is welcoming multinational organizations constantly. Citigroup is gratified to be part of FIAC, Foreign Investor Council, which is managed by the President of Kazakhstan, which supplies a platform for investor communication. The country has corruption issues, as in terms of CPI ranking, Kazakhstan is 126th out of 175. Therefore, Citigroup gives special attention to anti-corruption campaigns in Kazakhstan. As of 2021, Citibank is the largest Western foreign investor in Kazakhstan. So the bank has a 25% market participation in the Tier 2 market with 912 billion tenges. Citibank's competition consists of Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase and Corporation and CIT Group. That's all from our presentation. Thank you so much.